Let's lend an ear and let it rip. It's time for Industrial Industries World Radio's Farts of the Week.
Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 6 of Farts of the Week. And Farts of the Week has been a series that's been just always evolving because farts can't just stay in one lane. They go all over the place. Much like this segment here, it's probably my favorite segment to do, and it is a damn shame that this is only episode 6. I want to ramp these up and do a whole lot more, and we are moving along and we are breaking new grounds here at Farts of the Week. It is insane with how many submissions we have gotten since the last Farts of the Week, which has been a while ago. But yeah, you guys are in for a treat. So fart fans out there, be ready. If you want to submit your fart for the next Farts of the Week, you could do that by either sending me an email at industrialindustriesworldradio@gmail.com or iiwrpodcast@gmail.com. That one's easier to type out. Whatever, and send your farts that way. You can easily record them on your iPhone and then just email or your whatever phone you got, your Razr or whatever. All right, so the first fart up, we've got Janet from Sparta. Let's listen to Janet. Okay, so that one is a nice heavy-duty blaster. You know, it's good for a nice little one-off kind of thing. So here's what it sounds like with distortion. Now reverb. Beautiful, beautiful. Now this is delay. So thank you very much, Janet, for your submission. And now we are moving to Carol from Bloomington. Ugh. All right. Ugh. It sounds like some food reviewer in her car after eating a double cheeseburger from Dairy Queen happening there. All right, so here we are with some distortion. Ah, that's good. All right, here's some echo. That kind of sounds like a cricket, like in the nighttime or something. Like just imagine you are like laying down trying to, you know, take a nap in a tent. It's a camping trip and you hear this in the woods. I could probably fall asleep to that, to be honest. Now here's some auto-tune with this. I'm blue. All right. Okay, Carol from Bloomington, thank you very much for your submission. We are now moving on with Dan from Springfield, Illinois. Here we go. I don't know what he's listening. He's listening to some kind of fun music. All right. Dan from Springfield jamming out and farting. Farting and jamming out. That's what we like to hear around here. I'm really digging this digital selection. It sounds like an 8-bit video game. Like if Super Mario like just got, you know, beat up like by a bomb, it'd be this sound. Here's with some reverb. Here's some delay. Ooh, very creepy. Very, very creepy. Like, for these shorter farts, the Autotune really doesn't do too much, but we got some doozies coming up that are pretty long. So anyways, Dan from Springfield, thank you very much for your submission. Now we are going to move on to Polly from New York City. Here we go, Polly. All right, that sounds like she was in some horrible New York apartment with like 500 square feet and rent is probably $4,000 a month. Oh, yeah. See, I'm like a industrial musician now.
Hey, get your body going now. Hey, get your body going now.
Oh, that's good. I love that. That's classic. All right. Anyways, Polly from New York City, thank you for your submission. And now we go to Jason from Andersonville. Ooh, that's just loud and obnoxious. That is not right. That is atrocious. That is disgraceful. That is something that I feel very... It's not friendly. It definitely doesn't have a friendly tone to it. Let's give it some distortion here and see what it does. All right, enough of that. Some reverb. Pretty basic kind of fart there. Jason from Andersonville, thank you very much for your entry there. All right, Jerry from Wichita. Let's see what a good old Kansas boy has to give you. That's kind of like the same thing from Andersonville earlier. It's, what is it with these? Let's give it a shot here. Run it through the old distortion filter here. Oh God, that sounds like a man screaming for his life. Ah! Ah! Now there's a, it sounds like he's puking. Sounds like one of those like plastic tubes that had the little thing in there. When you flip it, it go, yeah. Then you flip it again. Now that's pretty funny. Jerry from Wichita, thank you for your submission. Moving on now to Tatiana from Quebec, Canada. We got a Canada girl here. Let's stretch this out here and let's do it. Oh yeah, you could definitely tell that's definitely Tatiana's fart. I know that for a fact. Ba-ba, ba-ba. Very beautiful. Thank you so much, Tatiana from Quebec, for your submission, your little email, your fart. Gotta love them farts, you know what I'm saying? All right, next up, we got Huda from Minneapolis. Yeah, That sounded like it hurt. Let's run it through the machine. You know, that sounds more, it sounds like a bird call more than anything. Alert! Now that sounds like it's some loudspeaker saying, alert, 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 alert. Uda from Minneapolis, thank you for your submission and your very alert fart. Must be, you know, very stressful in your life to have farts that sound like that. But anyways, moving on, we have Lou from Kansas City. That sounded a little wet. That just sounds like a plane crashing in an 8-bit Nintendo game more than anything else. Let's hear it with some reverb. Or thank you, Lou from Kansas City. I don't know if he's coming from Kansas City, Kansas, or Kansas City, Missouri. Either way, thank you so much for your submission, Lou. You will go down in history as a very moderately entertaining fart sent into a YouTube channel. So, rock on. All right. We have Brett from Tampa. I want to say Tampa, Florida. Anyways, let's hear it. Brett. Ooh. That sounded like some of the farts we have been getting here from the past couple things here, but that had a little bit of a Donald Duck thing happening towards the end. Like he actually stepped on a duck. You know, that's the old saying when someone farted and be like, oh, I think I stepped on a duck. Imagine you're in some doctor's office and you get your name called and you're just walking down this long hallway, just you and the doctor, and you just have to let one rip, and it's this. And the doctor's walking in front of you, he's trying to just ignore it. But you know he's got a smile on his face. You just can't tell. Anyways, Brett from Tampa, thank you very much for your submission. Next up, Vanessa. Oh, Vanessa from LA. Fancy. All right, here we go. Oh, yeah. I always like that name, Vanessa. That's a great girl's name. And it's not because of Vanessa Hutchins or anything, but, you know, I like Vanessa Hutchins. Not her music or anything, but, you know. Now that sounds like industrial, like some machinery's moving along, something's happening. That's very soothing. That's actually like comforting to hear. Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. I like that. I like that one a lot. It's a good one. Thanks, Vanessa from LA, sending in your submission. Much appreciated. And it's all from you guys here. This is what makes the show. This is how this show continues on by your submissions. Like Ken from Alabama. Let's see what Ken from Alabama has in store for us. Okay, that sounds like that was recorded in an auto body shop after he told everybody else in the shop to quiet down. It sounds like I hear a box fan in the background. It seems like the hotter you are, like in the South, the hotter it is, the hotter states, Alabama, you got Louisiana and stuff. It's like the less they want air conditioning, and they just rather put a box fan in the window and call it a day just to suck the hot air out, like use it as an exhaust. So that's what this sounds like with a fart happening. All right, let's do reverb. Taj Mahal. That's Taj Mahal material. Ken from Alabama, thank you so much. Clear that out. Here we've got Gary from Troy, Missouri. I don't think I've ever heard of something sadder than that, but here we go. You know what that sounds like? That sounds like Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory, some conveyor belt, and something is going and dropping down blobs of chocolate. That's what... I love that. Gary from Troy, Missouri, it sounds like something sad. That sounds sad, but your fart, on the other hand, is absolutely amazing. That sounds like a dog barking. Okay, Gary from Troy, Missouri, thank you very much. Next up, we got Landon from Michigan. Ah, that sounded like it hurt, man. It's about average. It's a good solid 6, I'd say. Landon from Michigan, thank you very much. Moving on, we've got Clayton from Fluorescence. Oh, God. Sound like he's took the doorstop that's a springy type and just went... That, or he dropped like a ball or something on the floor. No, that's what it sounds like. It sounds like he's taken like a pencil or some type of stick and rubbing it along a fence or something. Clayton from Fluorescent, thank you very much for your fart. And this one looks like we got a long one. I'm not sure what we're supposed to deal with here, but this is Harry from Cranston. I just saw that music in the background. This has too much in it for me to want to run anything through it. So anyways, that's just good on its own. Thank you, Harry. I appreciate that one. That one's a good classic. Matt from Virginia. Okay. That was pretty violent. That was a little uncalled for, but appreciate it regardless. Thank you, Matt from Virginia, for your fart. Here is Michael from Massachusetts. It looks like a long one here. I'm not sure what kind of audio when it picks in, but here we go. It sounds like he's listening to TV. Just trying to covertly record a little bit of fart there. Let's listen back to that one again. No, it sounds like he's at Kohl's, and there's like an ad from a loudspeaker playing. So Michael is here at a Kohl's store, and he's got his phone up to his butt, and he's farting. That's awesome. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate that one. Moving on. This has to be Michael's too, because he put fart in Kohl's men's restroom. Okay. All right, let's hear this out. See, that has the natural reverb. You don't have to do anything in the software here to make it do that. That's awesome. Thank you again. That has to be Michael's. He was just on a whole spree of farting at Kohl's that day, apparently. Anyways, here we are moving on. This is Sam from Cooperstown. Oh. Ow. Oh, man. That just sounds so painful. All right. That one's like just a good classic. We all love a good classic every once in a while. Nothing too crazy, nothing too outrageous, just solid. It's just a stand-up guy. It's always never gonna let you down kind of a fart. And that's from Sam from Cooperstown. Thank you so much, Sam, for your entry. And next we have Juan from Texas. That sounds like it was done inside of a car, right in the plushy car seat. All right, thank you, Juan from Texas. Appreciate that one. And now we are moving on to Mulaney from Indiana. Take it away. It's okay. It's kind of a... it's alright. It's a fart. Gotta love it. But nothing too crazy. Mulaney from Indiana. Thank you for your entry. Regardless. Here is Randall from Naperville, Illinois. Oh, yeah, nice. Naperville, that's where Amurol candy came from. The people that really pushed bubble tape and bubble jug and all that stuff. So Randall is from that neck of the woods. Let's hear his fart. All right, we could clean up that audio there and just have the fart. That's a good one. Okay, let's do some reverb here. Yo, 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 yo. Here from my boy. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. That is definitely a winner. What am I even doing here? Simple, to the point, fun. Randall from Naperville, thank you so much for that fart. That is definitely a good one. Next up, we have Kenny from South Dakota. Okay, it's good. I like it. It's okay. Nothing worth writing home about, though. Thank you anyways, Kenny. Next, we have Tyrone from Harlem. Okay. That's like just another kind of Western sizzling type of fart that we've been having here and there. Nothing to write home about either. It's definitely good, though. Anyways, thanks, Tyrone, for your entry. Next up, we have Ashley from Vermont. Beautiful, beautiful country up there. If I ever do run into a decent amount of money, that's where I would like to have a house and live up in Vermont. Very nice. Good people, good surroundings, good food, good coffee, a lot of good stuff. Anyways, here we go. And a good fart. Okay. Very nice. I don't think this is worth running anything through, so we'll just delete this one. But thank you, Ashley, for your entry. It's definitely a good one. Appreciate that. Next up, we got Barry from Kentucky. Barry, here we go. Let's hear that through some reverb and all the good stuff. Auga. Nice. That's nice. I dig it. I dig it. Barry from Kentucky, thank you very much. Next up, we got Lisa from San Diego. It's like it ain't even a fart. That's just like a pop. It was something. It was an attempt. Thank you very much, Lisa. I appreciate it. And now these last 4 farts are from the same person. This dude was emailing me, and this is like just recently, just the past like week. And he's been sending farts in. He's been like very curious if I was still even doing farts of the week, and I'm like, yes. I just been waiting for more submissions, and he sent 4. Very, very generous of him. So this is Zach from CDA, Idaho. Never been to Idaho. Never been to that part of the country. Would love to, though. I have a friend up there, Brandon, in Oregon, that I'd like to visit at some point. But anyways, let's hear him out. This is his first fart here. Zachary's first fart. Let's do it. That last one sounds like a cat purring, or it's trilling, you know. Nice, yeah. Okay. Cool. Now here's Zach's second submission that he sent me here. Wow. Is that even real? I know it's real. I could tell the difference between a real fart and a fake fart, but wow. I am thoroughly impressed. Now, this one deserves some auto-tunage, so let's run it through and give it some auto-tune. Now, I have this set on a very wacky, like one way or another, so very polarizing setting, so it's going to really give off that Eiffel 65 type of auto-tune. I was just thinking about something. if I were to make a movie and it'd be like Contact, where aliens are sending transmissions to humans, be like, oh, we got this transmission. It's the first transmission coming from this cluster of stars. You know, we finally got it, the reading back, and they're finally able to play it back. And this is what comes out of it. All right, and got these group of scientists sitting around. What could that mean? What could that mean, Doctor? Oh, I don't know. I'm a Harvard graduate. Let me see. Let me try to pick out the intricacies. Whoever this is, whatever this is, it's a very intelligent species of life. Very, very, very smart form of life. A carbon-based life form, that's for sure. All right, last thing we'll do here with this one, we will run it through some Autotune, see what it sounds like. I'm blue. All right, here's Zach's third submission. Oh, that just sounds painful. Let's just, I would just want to do an auto-tune with these last two, and we will call it a day. Oh, God. That sounds painful. Anyways, that was a good one. All right, here is the final fart. It looks like we are ending it with a bang. Let's stretch this out to probably there. All right, here we go. Damn, brother. God, that was insane. That was bodacious. That was radical. All right, we got to run some auto-tune on that. We got to see what that sounds like. Let's... If you've never heard a fart auto-tuned in your entire life, you could say that you have now. Here we go. Oh, that was awesome. Well, anyways, that wraps up this edition of probably, the longest farts of the week ever. And it's only going to go crazier from here on out. And thank you all who submitted their farts, especially Zach from CDA, Idaho. Thank you for your submissions, brother. Yo, yo. And if you have a fart that you want to send in, make sure to send it to iiwrpodcast@gmail.com, or the other email you can find on this YouTube channel works as well. And just send them, record them on your phone, send them in, and you may just be featured on the next Farts of the Week. Anyways, I'm DJ Glowing Ice. Thank you all for watching. Have a great rest of the day. I wish you all just the best. Stay healthy, stay real. And I'll see you next time. Peace out.